We're just gone mid-April, and I'm in my potting shed. And what I was going to do today is I've got some cucumbers that have done really well. I planted the seeds back in March and kept them really warm, and they've done well. And now it's time to plant them in their final position, and I'm going to put them into a greenhouse. And it's because it's mid-April. I do need to keep an eye on the weather. Forecast is for mild, so I'm not too concerned, but if there is a forecast for frost, I might need you to put a bit of fleece around them. Right, how am I going to do these? Well, I sometimes do these in a grow bag. I don't tend to plant them in the ground in this greenhouse. The soil's not very good. But this year, I'm going to put them into pots, and I'll show you. Some I've used before. If you look, just drilled some holes in the bottom. I'll be putting some crocks over them, over the holes, and before I put the compost in. So I'm just going to, purpose of that is to stop the compost, one falling out and two blocking the holes so that the plants end up sitting in water. So I've got some old pot here I've used previously. The compost I'm going to use, just normal garden compost, and I'm going to add good helping of vermiculite to help with the drainage. And just fill your pots. Okay, that's all filled up. So now to put them in position. Cucumbers are pretty good. Now I'm going to grow my cucumbers up sticks. So what I have here, and this is from last year, just been put away, is a number of canes, and they're supported at the top. So what I'm going to do is to place these in the pots before I plant. Okay, like I did with the tomatoes. Got to think about how you're going to water these, and what they like is regular watering, and how they're going to be feed. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, before I pop the cucumbers, I'm going to place 2 3-inch pots in each one, which is what I'll use to water them as and when they get going. These are the cucumber plants. And one thing to note, and I've said it before, is that they don't like their stem damp. So when I plant these, I'll plant them so the stem is slightly risen above the soil, and then because I'm feeding through the pots, and in theory they shouldn't get damp. Good water to start them off. The reason I grow them up canes is that you can grow them just in a grow bag, but they take an awful lot of space in the greenhouse, whereas if I tie them in as they grow up on canes, then it'll just use this one side. And there we go, that's it, done.